What's going on, guys? Josh Pocock here, and on this channel we've covered many different pair programmer AI IDEs. We recently covered AIDE, we've covered Windsurf, which just launched recently, we covered Cursor many different times, pair AI, the list goes on. In today's video, we're going to actually be building out a end-to-end application called TaskFlow using Cursor and Windsurf and seeing which pair programmer does a better job. Let's dive right into it. Alright guys, so I'll leave link down below to a couple videos I did on Cursor and Windsurf if you want to see those individually, getting those set up, as well as I'll leave a link to the Windsurf page and the Cursor page so you can download those if you haven't already. As well as I created a document which you can actually access down below as well to get all the different overviews, the prompt templates, and the PRD that I'm providing to actually go ahead and build this project end to end on both Windsurf and Cursor. All right, guys, so let's dive into actually building this. All right, guys, so just so you know where we're starting at, I have two exact projects set up in both Windsurf and Cursor here. These are both NextJS projects right now. So they're NextJS app router. We also have ShadCN already set up on here. So that's literally it. And both of these have a prompt folder right here with PRD. And we're going to use this as context right here. This is in the document that I'm providing you guys, so you can take a look at it more in depth if you want to see exactly how we're prompting this. So we're just using a markdown file right here, giving a project overview, the key features, the technical stack right here, which is ShadCN UI, React DND for drag and drop, Kanban board, local storage API, recharts for analytics, Lucid icons, and Tailwind CSS. We have the prompt stages overview right here, the 5 main stages, and then the PRD right here, the overview, user stories, task management, time tracking, analytics, data management, technical requirements, so front-end components, header, Kanban board, task card, task form, analytics dashboard, data structure right here, local storage schema, and then design requirements. So not too basic, but not too advanced. We just got a nice overview there, which will kind of help give the IDE some context to how we want to build our project. Okay, so I also have our prompts. There's 5 prompts that we're going to be using. As you can see, they're not basic prompts. They're a little bit longer prompts. All right, just so we can tackle each aspect one by one. All right, we're going to start with prompt 1, which is the header, and we're going to start with Cursor. All right, guys, so with Cursor, there's really, I guess, 2 ways you could do it, or you could do a mixture of both. I'm going to be using the composer with a notepad. If you don't know what notepads are, it's just a way that you can give it context right here. And you could also give it context right here, like with files. So let's just go ahead, use composer. So you can see this notepad TaskFlow, we could put the PRD in there or specifically use the PRD in a markdown file. Either way really works. So let's go ahead with our first prompt right here. Both of the IDEs will be using Claude Sonnet 3.5, so to get the best results. So as you can see, it's creating the header right here. As this one is going, I'm also going to run the exact same prompt in Windsurf. All right, so in Windsurf, I'm using Cascade. I'm referencing the PRD right here. Claude Sonnet 3.5, we're using the write mode, which is going to create multiple files, and then we're pressing enter. Okay, back to Cursor, we can see that it created the header, the layout, the theme provider. Now it's asking us to install Next Themes Lucid app. We can go ahead and run this like so. PnP install Next Themes Lucid React. Let's install that. Okay, now we can go ahead and run npx ShadCN. We're adding the latest button drop-down menu. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and click on accept all. Okay, so looks like we're getting an issue. I just tried running PnP run dev right here on Cursor. So we're having an issue right here. I'm just going to copy this like so. And we're going to just paste it into Composer. Okay, something wrong with the import path, which actually makes sense. Okay, it's telling us to run the button ShadCN command. Okay, so we had a few issues. I simply just fed them back into Composer to troubleshoot. And now you can see we got our header right here, TaskFlow. We got a little Lucid icon right here, analytics, board, So nothing in over here yet, but we do have our header and we do have a dark mode and light mode right here. Seems like there's a little bit of an issue there. We'll troubleshoot that in just a second. All right, let's see where we are with Windsurf. So if we look at the first Windsurf prompt, it basically created the header component, then it updated the layout right here, added the theme provider, created the header.tsx, updated layout.tsx, fully functional, responsive, etc. So let's go ahead and accept that. And let's check out how this actually looks. Okay, so failed to compile. We're missing, I think, a couple components. So let's go ahead and paste this into Windsurf. Okay, so it's installing the required components right here. So as we can see, okay, so that's a little annoying. It's using shadcn-ui, which I believe is incorrect. And I specifically just told it not to use shadcn-ui, to use just shadcn right here. See, shadcn-ui is not recognized. Even I literally just said, don't use shadcn-ui, use @shadcn. Now I'm saying, no, I just told you that it's @shadcn, not shadcn-ui. Okay, so it's a cascading counter and internal error at this step. I don't know why that is. Okay, so after a bit of troubleshooting, we got it up and running. So as you can see, like, I mean, I guess it could be a variety of reasons. One, we're using Claude Sonnet. Two, we're using the exact same prompts and everything, but as you can see, this is almost like identical what we have with Cursor, like almost identical. This with light mode, this is black with light mode, so that's really like one of the main only differences. No, it is the exact same icon, same everything pretty much. So let's go ahead with prompt 2. Okay, so now that we got the header, we're going to do the task creation. So we're going to use this prompt right here. And like I said, all the prompts are linked down below. Well, this whole document is. What we're doing is creating a task dialog that opens from new task button and includes title, blah, 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 blah. Create a task card component that displays all this information. We're showing the requirements right here, shadcn's dialog form, input, select, button, and badge components, local storage, and then the structure. So let's go ahead and use this with Cursor. So one recommendation, like I showed you earlier, if you're using shadcn and it's doing installs with one of these tools, make sure you specify that it's shadcn, not @shadcn-ui. Oh my gosh, see, I don't know why it does this. It does /UI. This is really annoying that it keeps putting like shadcn-ui or shadcn/UI. That's not a Cursor or Windsurf problem. That's just how AI LLMs are trained on like outdated stuff. So kind of annoying. Okay, so it gave us the right commands. Finally, after I said not shadcn/UI or -UI, it's just shadcn-ui. Thing is, I think we actually already have these components, the button and we have the drop down. I'm going to make sure we have the button. Are you tired of pouring thousands of dollars into appointment setters only to watch leads slip away? Imagine having a team of elite sales agents booking qualified appointments for you around the clock. No more wasted time on training, no more frustration with performance, and no more draining your budget on inconsistent and expensive call centers. Introducing Stride Agents, AI-powered appointment setters that work 24/7, never get tired, and book appointments while you sleep. Trained on thousands of successful conversations, our AI agents outperform human teams at just 1/10 of the cost. Join the ranks of businesses that doubled their appointments and booking rates in just a matter of weeks. Don't get left behind in the AI revolution. Visit strideagents.com now and transform your entire sales process with cutting-edge AI technology. It's time to accelerate your stride with AI agents. Okay, so I said, where's the task page or anything? I just see the default NextJS website, which is what I see here. So it basically said that it is going to create the page here and then add that. So let's go ahead and accept. Okay, so it's telling us to install some shadcn components. So I'm installing these. Okay, so we got the shadcn components. Now I'm going to install React hook form right here. Okay, we're having some issues here, so I'm going to paste this over here into Cursor. I think we're just missing this text area component. Okay, and boom, now we have our task board. As you can see here, let's go new task. Okay, we can add a test task here, description, medium. We have a date picker right here that seems not to be working the best. And create task. It doesn't look like it's actually creating anything, but at least it looks kind of cool. Okay, we'll come back and try to improve this a bit in just a second, but let's go move on to Windsurf. Okay, let's go ahead and run that same second prompt in Windsurf here. Okay, so Luckily, it is picking up to use shadcn at latest, and we're adding the dialog, form, input, select, badge, calendar, popover, and toast. So the cool thing about Windsurf, of course, is that it can easily run these commands for you in the terminal, which is kind of nice. Okay, so it created a types file, created a utility function for task storage, created the task card component, the task dialog component. Okay, now that it's actually creating a page to demonstrate the task management interface. This is actually something that Cursor didn't mess up with, but it just didn't do. I had to tell it to create the interface. So, at least from what I saw, maybe, it didn't, I had to tell it to create the interface. Okay, so, shadcn UI test area. Let's go ahead and click yes. Okay, got some import paths that seem to be incorrect. I'm pasting this into Windsurf. And just so you know, it basically said it created types, utilities, components, features right here, and the dependencies that it installed. Okay, another issue. I'm just going to paste it back in to Cascade here. Looks like we got something here. Okay, we got test. Okay, this is like, okay, I guess they're exactly. Okay, so this one's at least working. Okay, so we got task boards. Not perfect. There are some issues here, but at least we're seeing the task appear here. See it. A little toast down there. Once we add task, you can't see because my head's covering it, but there's a toast right here. Test created. Now there definitely are some issues just like the cursor one, but there are some things that it is doing correct. All right, without wasting too much time, of course we can either you could spend more time making this obviously better. Maybe we'll come back to that and optimize it at the end. But let's go on to our third prompt. Now this is going to be for time tracking. Okay, so this says make a Kanban board interface, drag and drop, create Kanban board components, Kanban board column, task card, technical requirements here, and all that good stuff. So the cursor one already actually has the Kanban stuff, but I guess we'll just paste this in anyways. I'm going to paste this into Windsurf 2 as we wait. Okay, so it's saying install DND kit. Creating the Kanban column as well as the Kanban board component. Created the task card as well as the updating the Kanban board page right here. Okay, and we're going to click accept all. All right, so as expected, we're getting some issues here. I'm just going to copy and paste this. It looks like a lot of issues, we are getting. It's just simple shadcn components not being installed properly, which is understandable, I guess. Okay, and boom, now we got that feature here, so we can, is it working? Oh no, it broke. Maximum updated depth exceeded. This happened when a component is completely recalls state instead of. Okay, so let's try that one more time, see if it works. Nope, crashed again. React limits the number of nested component updates to prevent infinite loops. Okay, so I'm just going to paste that in to cursor. Okay, so I'm saying when I try to drag task, I get, and then I paste it in that error. Okay, so let's see if it works. Nope, same issue. Okay, made some changes here. Added use memo for task by status calculation. Okay, I let it know it keeps crashing. I also let it know when I add a new task, it doesn't show up. Okay, now we're getting another issue. Group task status right here. I'm just going to copy this. Okay, so I'm still working on the cursor one. But I'm actually quite amazed because if we go over back to Windsurf, you'll see I literally just gave it that prompt, that second prompt or third prompt, whatever we're on. And it made all these changes, created the Kanban column component, task card component, enhanced task card, technical features, etc. And it's just working out of box. Like, I'm not going to say 100% that it did a better job in this sense. But it could be situational. That's the thing. It's not like just because it did a better job in this specific case, I'm not going to give the win yet to Windsurf by any means. We're going to still continue building this out. Like if we look at Windsurf 1, it's actually creating the task, which cursor didn't do. I like how it goes like kind of dark here too when we're creating a task. I kind of like that. And it has a counter right here. So we have 1 done task. We have 2 in progress now. Drag and drop's working perfectly. Okay, looks like we did just encounter our first error. And now we're getting a second error right here. I'm going to paste that into Cascade. Okay, looks like it may have fixed it. Let's go ahead and do test. Okay, so now it's a bit different. It's requiring this. Okay, go add the tag. Task created, but it's not showing here. All right, so that's an issue. Okay, while we're trying to troubleshoot the cursor one, it looks like Windsurf fixed the task not showing. So now at least they show. One thing I just noticed though is when I try to drag it over, it looks like there's a side slider right here, which is kind of annoying. You see how there's a side slider, and it looks like it's not able to drag over to the right or left. It's only able to drag upwards or downwards, and now it kind of disappeared. So having some issues in both of them right now. Okay, it looks like it actually finally fixed it in cursor. Okay, it just disappeared. Let's see if I do a test. Okay, test task isn't showing up, but at least it's not breaking. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead with the fourth prompt here. So this is the analytics prompt. So creating an analytics dashboard, time tracking and analysis, productivity metrics, data processing, visual requirements, etc. Now, keep in mind, guys, if you're actually building in a project, I wouldn't recommend doing it like with these huge prompts like this. I just wanted to kind of fast track the process with these IDEs and kind of see, you know, what they would really do. But you know, you can kind of go more incrementally, I would suggest, as you're building it out. You know, building it out, flushing out some of the sticking points. You know, doing a little bit maybe of a longer prompt, a medium prompt, and making it obviously a lot more custom to your specific use case, not just having these cookie cutter prompts that you have pre-made from the start. But for the sake of this video, I just wanted to do this so we can compare them side by side. To be honest, up until this point, both of them have had a decent amount of sticking points, and I tend to find when you are creating something completely from scratch with these, you know, tools, you can run into some issues, especially with, like, you know, the Shatsy end issue and whatnot. But I would maybe give the slight edge so far to Windsurf, but at the same time, it's not like it's blowing it out of the water. Both of them aren't like production grade apps by any means at the moment. Okay, so with Cursor, we created an analytics page, a date range picker component, and a hook for local storage. Let's accept this. And with Windsurf, we got an analytics utility, task overview, time tracking, productivity metrics, analytics page, and we can accept both of these. And with both of them, we are getting some errors. Okay, so we'll troubleshoot the cursor ones first. Okay, so it's saying install recharts here. We'll accept this. Okay, looks like we got another issue. I'm gonna paste this in. Okay, as I was working on this, looks like my cascade has like kind of crashed here, so I'm gonna have to restart it. Okay, here is the cursor so far. So looks a lot better, you know. Well, this is the analytics page, so the board is here, and we got our analytics. So it's actually did a pretty good job. We got our task overview here, completion rate, in progress, completed, status distribution right here with the charts, priority distribution, daily time spent, hours, time spent by status, hours, top time consuming tasks, productivity metrics, productivity score, average daily active time, task time period, task completion trend, peak activity hours. We got our date picker right here. So all in all, I'm actually kind of happy with so far what it did with this prompt. Okay, at least with Cascade, it actually did, we were able to pick up back where we left off, so no problem there. Okay, and wow. Oh, damn. So, okay, we're having one error here. Actually, I think this could be fixed pretty easy. I think it's to do with the date. Yeah, it's probably to do with the date here. Let's paste this into Windsurf. Windsurf's out of box looks, I mean, it looks probably, I mean, it looks better. It has dummy data or whatever this is right here. So it has nice graphs, status, bar graph right here. This is pretty nice. Time by status, time by tag, time consuming tasks. Okay, so one, like I said, with Windsurf, we can actually see tasks here, and it fixed that error really quick already. So we can see our tasks. We can see productivity score, daily activity timing, completion. Go to our board here. We can see total tasks 5. So all in all, we got like the task board somewhat working already. Not perfect by any means. Like I said, you could spend a lot of time and get this to work better. But yeah, we got the analytics board here. Okay, now we're getting that error again. Okay, now the data seems like it went away. I could troubleshoot this, toggle this. I'm actually just going to go to the 5th and final prompt and run this on both of them. Like, I don't want to spend too much time. I've already spent so much time troubleshooting each of these, but I kind of want to just like let these apps now run with the prompt and see what kind of one comes out better. Because of course with both of them, we could optimize them and, you know, get them probably to a similar state. But let's kind of see what works better out of box. And obviously, if you run this test in a different app with different prompts, it could go either way. That's really what I'm seeing. And yeah, let's just see what we get here. Okay, so I'm doing the final prompt here with Cursor, implement a robust state management. So state management, data persistence, performance optimizations. Let's just go ahead. Well, we already ran it. So it created some types for our state and creating the main hook right here. Let's go ahead and accept. And same thing with Windsurf. It created the types for interfaces, created storage utilities, created use TaskFlow hook, and created a context provider to make the state available throughout the app. Okay, let's go ahead and accept. All right, so to finish things off, I told it to add a sidebar. I told both of them to add a sidebar, so it's doing that right now. Okay, so the taskbar or the sidebar is working on the Windsurf one. Definitely not the best. Okay, and I got it to work now on the Cursor one. Still not the best by any means. Yeah, definitely glitching out. But I think you guys get the point here. To be quite honest, both of these apps are definitely not by any means nowhere near like complete whatsoever. You know, the way I would personally recommend it is a little bit challenging when you're doing both at once and you're using the same prompts at once, and they're predefined prompts and they're kind of larger prompts. I personally wouldn't recommend that. I would personally recommend focusing on one IDE at a time and, you know, developing the prompts as you go, depending on how the AI is generating, you know, the last prompt. So, you know, they didn't turn out that great. You saw I'd say there was some pros and cons with each for certain things. Like Windsurf, I tended to find, I guess maybe okay, Windsurf probably was a bit easier out of box. Now this, like I said, it probably is a case-by-case basis. There's definitely a lot of variables that are at play here. So honestly, I can't crown a winner. I can't say this is the end-all be-all. This is just a case study, and I would recommend you guys, if you're wondering what is the better IDE, to try them both out. And you can't just try them out for one specific project, you know, and say this is the best. Some people say, oh, this is the best, that one sucks. If you actually haven't used it for like multiple weeks and, you know, gone through the ins and outs, then I find that it's kind of hard to say. You actually have to give both a real shot at it. You can't just watch this one YouTube video and determine fully what is better, because they both have their pros and cons when you're at this certain level. Some IDEs, of course, or AI pair programmers is just night and day, but for these two, they definitely are kind of some of the top ones that we're seeing right now. And a lot of people some people are saying I'm Windsurf, some people I'm saying I'm Team Cursor. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, guys. I hope this video was somewhat helpful. It's been like 2 hours of actually recording this, so it's a bit of a longer one, you know, waiting for all these different prompts to actually generate and troubleshooting some of them. Of course, if I was working on one individual project, which I will do in future videos with both these tools, then it's a little bit then I'm able to actually spend a bit more time making sure making sure the project actually functions a little bit more. But all in all, I think you guys still were able to see certain pros and cons with each one of these. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, guys. Are you Team Windsurf or Team Cursor? If you're new to the channel, guys, we upload videos about AI, automation, business growth, marketing, sales, etc. So if you like that type of content, you got some value here, make sure to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to stay up to date with the uploads. Thank you guys so much. Today, we recently just hit 13K subscribers, so 20K on the way. Hopefully we can have a huge month in December and finish off the year strong and potentially hit 20K subscribers. That'd be insane. I'm extremely grateful for all you guys watching and supporting. Really means a lot to me. Let me know what you guys want to see as well for content finishing off this year as well as going into the next year. I've actually been making a video a day for like the last 7 months now. So one consideration that I was thinking of is maybe focusing more on quality versus quantity, but let me know what your thoughts are about that in the comments down below. If you want me to keep making a video a day, or maybe I should make 2 to 3 to 4 videos a week and focus a little bit more on quality. It is a lot of time, you know, doing a video a day, but we'll see how it goes. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Also too, guys, I just created the Stride AI community, and I'm going to be posting a bunch of value in this community. I'm actually making a full-blown course, and I'm giving away so much free resources in here. Like, it's going to be insane, the amount of value that's going to be in this community. It's going to be packed full of AI stuff, marketing stuff, sales stuff, whatever the case may be. You're definitely going to want to be in here. It's 100% free, so literally, it's extremely valuable. You have nothing to lose. Anyways, join the link in the description as well as the pinned comment to join the Stride AI community for free. And then also too, guys, if you run a business, you need help with marketing, sales, automation, implementing AI or AI agents like AI appointment setters, AI call center into your business, book a call down below, executivestride.com/apply. And then go to stridecommunity.com to join our Facebook group and Discord channel as well. Other than that, guys, I will see you in the next video. Keep hustling, keep grinding, and of course, guys, accelerate your stride. Take care.